Welcome back to Kruse Control. It is Thursday, February 23rd, 2023. Thank you so much for being here on Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I am your host, Brian Kruse. Thank you for being here again, as always. And joining me tonight is my co-host, the lovely Miss Sabrina Vittori. Sabrina, welcome back again, as always. How was your day?
My day was wonderful. How was yours?
It's been good. Yeah, it's been really good. Just kind of, doing my thing, looking at some news in the media today and, having fun. Also just, living life. It's a good day. It's a good day. It's Thursday, right?
I witnessed hail in Los Angeles, so I'm feeling like something either catastrophic or special is going to happen.
Yeah. There's supposed to be snow on the mountains. Everyone's freaking out about it. It's weird. It's really weird. It shouldn't be getting that cold here in LA, but it is.
It looked like foam balls, like falling from the sky. They were super loud, and there was a lot of them. It was insane. I videoed it. It was crazy.
That's wild. Also joining us tonight, again, the lovely Miss Rachel Blakely. Rachel, welcome back to the program. How you doing tonight? Yeah, we're talking about cold here. That's really cold. I can't even imagine what you're going through right now. I mean, I grew up in Michigan, so I have a little idea, but still, it's not. Yeah, but nowadays my skin's not as thick as it used to be. It really isn't. So I get cold in this weather. It's like in the 40s here, 40s, 50s, and it's like, whew. Hey, GR, welcome back to the program. But yeah, it's been cold here in LA. But that's what it is. It's a cold front going through. So we'll get through. We'll battle through it. Rained, like the crazy things that happen here in LA when it rains. Everyone goes nuts and loses their mind. Also, it's kind of nice people stay home a little bit. So that's also a good thing.
Will say this, after the hail happened, there was like literally no traffic. So I got home super fast today, which was really exciting. GR says there's no Rachel. I don't see you either, but I hear you. Do you want me to refresh again? Because I had that problem last time. I'm gonna try refreshing you guys. You start through breaking news, Brian, and I'll refresh.
Okay. That's weird. I see you. Everybody's okay. Everybody refreshed. Everybody refreshed. It's just me now. So we're gonna get right into it, everybody. Now it's time for some breaking news. All right, everybody. Hopefully everybody's here now. We are going. It's time for some breaking news. And the first thing I want to talk about is Bruce Willis. Now, we knew it just came up in the news not too long ago about him and what he's been going through with his physical health. Well, a movie's coming out with Bruce Willis, and it's one of his last ones. It's called Assassin, and it's coming out from Saban Films. It's a sci-fi action film. It's going to be in theaters, on demand, and digital on March 31st, 2023. It's funny you don't hear about these movies because he did so many movies that are just like indie movies that no one's heard about. They just pump it out. Again, I think people are taking advantage of him, but that's how it is. But this movie is in the near future where a secret military group led by Willis uses a newly invented microchip technology that allows them to perform deadly and external covert missions by letting their agents enter the body of another person. So yes, I don't know. It sounds interesting. It sounds like something very much that Bruce Willis would do.
Interesting is a very good word for it.
We'll see. I mean, I love sci-fi stuff, so I heard this. I'm like, this sounds pretty cool. I don't know. Something you'd be interested, Rachel?
It sounds all right. Hopefully it's pretty good. It's his last kind of venture out, so hopefully it's a good note to end on. It's really tragic what's going on with him, and hopefully it just is a good film to end on.
Yeah, I really hope it's a good one for him. But again, like these movies he's been doing have been a lot of sci-fi driven, and a lot of them been meh. So I hope it's good. It sounds good, but then again, we'll see. I'm not too positive about it, but I hope it is for him. Another thing that's happening in the news is Whoopi Goldberg is going to do some more acting because, she's always on The View doing that. Well, she's going to be on The Conners now, everybody. She's come to The Conners to do a guest star appearance, and it's going to be playing the part of Miss Glenn. She's going to be Mark's intimidating music teacher. Season 5 sees the Conners continue to face their daily struggles of life in Lanford, and she's going to be coming on just for a guest appearance. So good old Whoopi coming back to TV. If you love me some Whoopi Goldberg, you got some more coming. Another thing that's not happening, though, is a 6 Feet Under reboot. Now, yesterday we talked about True Blood. Apparently, Alan Ball was also trying to develop a 6 Feet Under reboot as well for HBO. Now, they're saying that it didn't get as far as True Blood did. They're actually developing the scripts and making that move forward. Well, 6 Feet Under was kind of like the next step. didn't get that far. This show originally premiered in 2001. Of course, had a 4-year run with Peter Krause, Michael C. Hall, and Frances McConroy, or Conroy, with a lot of more people. Good old Franny, she's awesome, by the way. Worked with her in American Horror Story. But
hold on. Was this supposed to have like all of the original people in it?
It was supposed to be a reboot.
But like with the original people?
No, completely new people, starting over again, redoing the whole show.
Is that the definition of reboot? Is different people?
Yeah, reboot.
I'm glad they didn't do that, because that show is like one of the best shows that's ever been on television. It's had the best ending of any show, in my opinion, on television, and I don't think you can recreate that magic.
Yeah, I don't think you could. And honestly, you already know where the show is going. To reboot it, like, it doesn't make any sense to me, really. Like, the thing was, it all led up to like their eventual, well, spoiler alert. I mean, it's been a long time, but spoiler alert, their eventual deaths. You know, they work at a funeral home, and it kind of like shows, you know, them dealing with that.
It literally wrapped up every character, which you never get in the end of a series or even a movie. It was so satisfying to know what happened to everyone. There were zero questions, and I don't think I've ever experienced that before, and I don't think I ever will again. So kudos to Alan Ball for that.
Yeah. I mean, but I don't understand why he would do this. I see True Blood being more of a thing you could reboot, but I mean, 6 Feet Under is a special show.
Perfect, and they should just leave it
I do
alone.
too. I said the same thing yesterday, Rachel. Like, don't touch on it.
Situation you could see, like, with younger people, or like, I mean, 6 Feet Under just doesn't seem like something you could recreate.
Yeah, if you're going to reboot, if you had to choose,
True Blood either, but
yeah, if you had to choose, I mean, for me, I'd be like, I guess True Blood, but then again, like, they did so good with that suck it, you know, that you can't really touch on that anymore. I had to bring it back one more time. One more time.
No, I told you no.
Right, for real.
Give me your wrist, suck it.
No.
But yeah. Anyways, so 6 Feet Under is not happening. If you're a big fan of the show, just know that they're not going to mess with it again. It's one of those things they just can't touch. And this makes sense to me. If you're going to make something original HBO. They have so many issues, like we said a million times over again. Why waste your money on a reboot? Make something good and original. Not happening. Something that is happening, though, is Reba McEntire is coming to The Voice for season 23. Now, apparently, Reba actually was previously served as a battle advisor on Team Blake during the show's inaugural season, which I didn't know, but something interesting. So she's coming back with Chance the Rapper, Kelly Clarkson, Niall Horan, and Blake Shelton. So she's going to be there as the competition's mega mentor. I don't watch this shit, so I don't really know what that means. But if you do watch it, the mega mentor is coming in. Reba is coming in to kick some ass and tell you how to sing.
I'm just going to say really quickly that she looks like Sherry O'Terry playing Reba McEntire in that picture.
I don't know. Are you a fan of The Voice, Rachel? Do you like The Voice?
I haven't watched a singing competition since like the 3rd season of American Idol, so I'm way out of the loop. But I love Reba, and if she's happy doing that, good for her.
Yeah, I've seen like clips on YouTube pretty much of this as it's moved forward, but you know, it's one of those things. You have so many of these shows. I'd rather watch America's Got Talent because you have people doing crazy shit on there. So it's a little bit more fun to me. There's also singing there, but we haven't watched that in years anyways either. But as Reba's coming back to The Voice, somebody that says they're not going to come back anymore is Liam Neeson to the role of Qui-Gon Jinn, which we just talked about him yesterday, I think, too, or the day before, about him in the Bond film. But now he had an interview where he was talking about Qui-Gon, and he said, no, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to do a spin-off series. I'm not going to do it. He said he came over to do Obi-Wan Kenobi. He said that was fun. It was nice to have that little bit with Ewan McGregor at the end after 25 years. And then he said it was cool. He loved it, but that's it. Not going to do it anymore. He keeps saying that it's taken away the mystery and the magic in a weird way. And he doesn't want to do that anymore. He said that Star Wars should be on the big screen. It shouldn't be on these Disney Plus shows. It should be a larger-than-life environment. So does that mean he come back to the movie theaters?
Mandalorian is like the best show ever.
I know. It is. It is. But he just says so. And he came and did Obi-Wan. He did it. And it was that quick little cameo if you watch the show, which was fun just to see him pop in. And he said it was like 2 lines. Yeah, he was the very end. Spoiler alert.
Start taking like ginkgo biloba or something. I feel like I can't remember anything.
He pops in at the very end, but the way that
so much Star Wars content, it's hard to remember what happens where and when.
Which I think is kind of what I should remember, though. You know, like I feel like that should have, you know,
I hope we get
in there. Like I remember
Obi-Wan though. I love Ewan McGregor.
He is so good. He is so.
He's so good.
I didn't like. I mean, I liked it because like of him and Darth Vader fighting. I liked that it was Hayden Christensen, but like as a whole, I feel like it was like I don't know, less. Like I didn't love Andor, but I feel like it was even less effective than Andor was, in my opinion, which is I probably an unpopular thing to say because I do love Ewan McGregor and I love him playing Obi-Wan. It just I don't know. I felt like the episodes like kind of were like a long way of get. I don't like the whole thing with the Darth Vader chick who was basically pretending to be on his side, like basically to take him down one day. Like that whole storyline seemed a little bit weak, not fleshed out enough for me. And the way that she like almost died and then was just like traipsing around the cave the next episode, and she was like, "Whatever, I'm fine. I'm gonna go get him. It's totally cool. Don't worry about it." And I'm like, "What? I don't."
Yeah,
I
she
don't
totally
what?
got stabbed with a lightsaber, but it's fine.
Totally fine.
But-
just like roaming around looking for Vader. I'm like, what? Like what? I don't.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
I
don't know.
liked little baby Leia and her little droid friend. I'm a
Yeah,
sucker for
the droid
droids,
was
though.
great.
Yes, the flying
The droid was
droid that like fixed it. That was amazing. I thought Baby Leia was Bella Ramsey for the longest, and it is not her.
Not the same person. I
Like
know.
I was like, oh my god, it's Mando and Baby Leia, and then Brian was like, that is not Baby Leia, and I was like, what? And I googled it, and I was like, you are 100% correct.
Yeah, I'm like, not her. I mean, I could kind of see the
It's a-
confusion. I mean,
Like yeah,
I
but
believe
younger, like a younger version. Like I don't know. For some reason I thought that was her. I'm usually
Yep,
very
not
good
her.
at that game, by the way. I will preface it with that. Usually very good at that game.
but I will tell you this about Liam Neeson, though. He said he wouldn't do anything before Obi-Wan came out, and he did that little cameo in Obi-Wan. I mean, this fool loves to act. He loves to work. So I think he's blowing smoke, if you ask me. Blowing smoke, and I think he'll be back for Obi-Wan Season 2. Or
Right.
he'll pop in someplace else. I think. I don't know. I think he loved wearing
He's
that robe,
saving
if you ask
himself
me.
for another Taken. He's like looking for Taken 17. That's what he's waiting for.
He's ready for Taken every day. I can't believe
Don't
that
you
Bond
take
thing
my
still.
granddaughter this time. Fuck off. That's what's going to
That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. Why not? Let's pitch it. Come on, Liam. Let's do it. Taking it back. Grandpa's coming to kick some ass. All right. Something else that's happening. So My Spy is moving forward, and Dave Bautista talked about this not too long ago, how he was going to do a sequel to My Spy, which was, of course, a big Amazon hit back in 2020. It was supposed to go to theaters. COVID happened. They released it. It actually was like it was the third most watched SVOD film of 2020. And so if you don't remember this film's about, it's tasked with monitoring a young girl. Bautista is like this, a security guy who is taking care of this little girl, and her widowed mother are on the run from an international terrorist brother-in-law. And so Bautista's coming back. Ken Jeong is coming back. The girl's coming back. The operative Chloe Coleman's coming back. And also, they're saying that Anna Faris is coming in to join the cast for the sequel. This is called My Spy, the Eternal City. And this will be
We love
coming
to
actually
see
a
friend of the show, Dave, succeeding.
good old Dave. Right? We love to talk about Dave. My best friend.
Bautista.
Yeah, so he talked about this, and it's moving forward. They're about to start shooting next month, so it's going to be happening. And he was excited about last time he was talking about it. He's like, I had to play a part that I don't have my shirt off the whole time. I bet he'll still have his shirt off. I bet he will. He can't not have his shirt off. It's like in
having
his,
his shirt off. Come on.
yeah, it's ingrained in him. He's like, take it off right now. Put my little skibbies on. Let's wrestle. Come on, Dave. Let's go.
Let's do it, Dave.
The Bautista bikini shot.
Yeah, but he's said that, he's going to do this. It's moving forward. It's happening. He's excited about it. It's going to theaters this time, which made him even more excited. It did really great, so it makes sense. So Anna Faris is joining. That'll be good. Somebody else. I bet she'll probably be somebody else who's got to protect, I bet. I don't know.
I
We'll
like
see.
her. She's super funny, so I feel like that brings some good potential to it.
Yeah, some good humor with him. So it'll be good to see.
I saw
Something
the first one.
else-
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was really good. I liked it. I thought it was fun.
I'm not
He
throwing
was good.
really
The
good
girl
around,
was
but
really
it wasn't
good.
bad. It was good.
Sabrina's
It was
like,
cute. It was good.
leaving it
Like,
at that,
let's
she
not push
says.
it. Let's not push it. But it was good. It was all right. It was entertaining.
Well, another thing that's coming forward and coming out is Waco, a follow-up series that's going to debut on Showtime. Now, Waco is actually a spin-off of the I just had it. Of the I'm blanking on the name of it. Well, anyway, it's a spin-off. It's a follow-up to the 2018 series. It stars Michael Shannon. It was originally going to be on it's called The Aftermath. Waco is the original show, and The Aftermath is the spin-off. So the spin-off of Waco is coming to Paramount Plus. Now, or it was Paramount Plus, and now it's Showtime. I really confused myself there. So it's going to Showtime. It was Paramount Plus, and this is expanding upon the Waco world. It provides a broader context for the escalation of American militia movement, which foreshadows the infamous attacks of the Oklahoma City bombing and the storming of the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. So they're diving into some heavy U.S. history on screen on Showtime.
Really pushing that, propelling forward to the January 6th thing, huh?
Yeah, they are. And it
the
debuts.
Oklahoma City bombing and January 6th were quite a length of time apart.
And it's like, I don't know how it's going to tie in. I really don't. But 5 episodes, we're going to find out on April 14th. So we'll see. But it was supposed to go to Paramount Plus.
To cover 64 years? I'm just kidding. That's obviously a very exaggeratory number. But
well, they've had so many shakeups, though, too, with Paramount and Showtime. So this is just that back and forth, especially since it's merging. So this stuff will happen. Some of these shows will find a new home, and it's all going to be one eventually. So, it'll be interesting. We'll see if it's good. We'll see if it's not.
Okay.
I don't know. But one thing that I really want to talk about today, because I saw this and I'm like, do we need this? Do we really need this, everybody? A sequel to How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Now, it's called How the Grinch Lost Christmas, though, not How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So the sequel is getting involved. It's a book, though. It's not a movie yet. I will say.
It will be.
Yes. It will be. It will be.
Illumination will be all over that.
100%. Bring back Jim Carrey. I know he's retired, but so it's by Dr. Seuss Enterprises and Penguin Random House children's book. And so The Grinch Lost Christmas, it's written by a couple people that actually worked on the original Dr. Seuss stuff. They did several things, especially called If I Ran Your School and I Am the Cat in the Hat. They worked on those. So this takes place 1 year after the 1957 original classic. And it's going to be happening. We're going to find out what happened to the Grinch's heart after it grew 3 sizes. And it embraces the Christmas spirit. So apparently he goes in there. He wants to make the biggest Christmas tree ever. He wants to make the biggest Christmas event ever. And then it goes bad. He gets mad. And Cindy Lou Who has to reaffirm that he's a good person and bring back the Christmas spirit. So, I mean, didn't this already happen in the original Grinch? So why do we have to see like a year later to see how he's doing and then have him kind of revert back and then go back and then make a bigger Christmas? I don't know if this is a necessary thing. Sabrina, you hear about this. You think it's a good thing to make a sequel to The Grinch? And do you think this is something that's necessary?
I think it's highly unnecessary. I think it's a very good ending. He was an evil fuck and then he turned good and loves Christmas. Like, what else do we need to know, honestly? And if you're going to liken it to something, I'm going to jump out on a limb here and liken it to Spirited. Because Ryan Reynolds had to convince Will Ferrell that he was still a good person and not Scrooge anymore. So I feel like it's been done and it doesn't need to be done again. And also, I look forward to reading it in the halls of Congress one day. That's all I'm going to say about that. I think we should just leave that alone, please. And thank you.
They don't want to leave it alone, though. They love doing this kind of stuff. I don't know.
If you're gonna make a Cat in the Hat book, like I don't know, like why would you? It doesn't make sense. They just did a Grinch murder movie. Like, are they trying to liken the Grinch again? They're like, oh, don't think about that. Like, let's just think about how much he loves Christmas, and then he doubts himself, like everyone else does, because they're people and people have feelings and they doubt themselves. It's like, just stop. It's enough.
It's been almost 70 years. Like, I think we're good.
Yeah. But is it one of those things though? Like Rachel, is it one of those things like Sabrina's saying where it's like there's damage control now because this Grinch movie came out that's making the Grinch look bad, and so like we gotta make them look better. We gotta make the Grinch look better and bring them back into this positive light for the world. What do you think about that? I don't
even recall a gritty Grinch movie coming out. Like that would be the sequel I'd be more here for. Is like the Grinch goes bad again. His heart shrunk. He's just a bastard living up in a mountain again with his dog. Like, that's the only sequel I need.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Did you hear about the murdering horror one they brought out?
I did.
They brought a horror one out over the holidays, and the Grinch is it's called the mean one. It's called because they can't actually say the Grinch. So the mean one, and it was like Cindy, you know who, and it was in Whoville or something like that.
That's the song, the mean one, Mr. Grinch. Like very on the nose. Very on the nose.
But the Grinch was going and murdering all the Whoville people, just going there and murdering them. So And I never saw it, but it was very close to looking like
The
Jim
trailer
Carrey's
looked
Grinch.
very, very, very not good.
Yeah, it didn't look good. It did
Yeah,
not.
I don't know if that's necessarily their motivation because it was such like a little like blip on the radar. Like, I don't even think anyone noticed it happening.
Yeah,
So I think they're just trying to cash in.
Yeah, do you think that's what it is? And they're trying to cash in on this franchise,
Yeah.
Rachel?
They just want to keep making more money. That Illumination Grinch was one of the worst pieces of shit I've ever seen. So they made that, and they're cashing in on that really hard, and they're just gonna keep, as long as it's gonna sell, they're gonna keep doing it. It doesn't cost them anything to make a new Grinch, so why not? For them.
Yeah, and that Illumination one was like Benedict Cumberbatch was the
Right.
Grinch, which I was like, Benedict Cumberbatch, out of all the people you could choose, which he's a great actor, but it just seemed very weird to me. And I saw it and I was like, oh, okay, all right, guys, like we should have left it alone. Even the Jim Carrey one was really odd. I still like it, but it's very odd. Just stick with the original. Like, it's done. We made it good. Why we got to keep rebooting stuff? I don't understand it. Cash cow. That's why.
I would rather watch another freaking what's Spirited based on?
Spirited was like Ebenezer Scrooge. Christmas Carol.
I'd rather see
Muppets nailed it out of the park. We never need another Christmas Carol ever again. Muppets.
I'm
Muppets
saying they reboot that every 5 minutes. Like, I would rather see another one of those pieces of shit than another Grinch fucking movie, and that is saying literally nothing because it's all like it's been done so many times. Like the books and the cartoons and then the real I mean, it's just stop. We don't need another take on A Christmas Carol. We get it.
If you're gonna give me a Grinch sequel, make it a sequel to the Jim Carrey one, and we can see a love story between Martha May and the Grinch.
That would be good.
Martha May
retired,
was
you
an
guys.
icon.
He retired. He Daniel Day-Lewis'd us, so we cannot have that sequel, unfortunately.
He's retired
Put
until
someone
he's
else
not
in
retired.
The Grinch makeup.
Yeah,
touche.
but they couldn't be the Jim Carrey Grinch, though. That's for sure. Because Jim Carrey is so Jim Carrey in that, He
we'll
is
just
so
wait for him
like.
to come out of retirement in 5 minutes, and then he'll do it. It's fine.
I mean, maybe if Ron Howard does it.
Rachel, listen, I'm gonna need you to produce this because it sounds like an amazing idea. Let's get this going.
Let's do it.
Maybe if Ron Howard does it, he'd come back and do it. You never know. I don't know, but I just don't think.
Did Ron Howard do the original one?
He did the movie with Jim Carrey.
He did the Jim Carrey one.
He did.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was Ron Howard. Oh yeah. Right. They have I love that it's still at Universal, like the big like setting is still at Universal Studios here in Hollywood. If you do the backlot tour, they have like a huge part of Whoville still there. It's pretty cool to see.
I think they're demolishing it or have demolished it last year.
Oh. Womp womp womp.
Yeah.
What's next? They read that The War of the Worlds playing too?
Right.
I mean, they only have so much room there. I mean, Super Nintendo World just opened. They took out a bunch of sound stages for that.
They pulled out stages, yeah. And you know what's fucked up? They sell a power bracelet to go around Super Nintendo World for $40 a pop, and you can collect fake coins while you're in Nintendo World. And what can you use the coins for? Nothing. Nothing.
It just lights up and it's fun.
To collect imaginary fucking coins and then let it sit on your shelf and collect dust for the rest of your life. So good.
Yeah, but all those little kids are going to scream and cry until their parents buy it for them, and they'll sell
my
a million
boss's daughter, she's 19. She fucking bought one. I was like, "What are you doing?" She was like, "I mean, it was fun, I guess, while we were there, but it's pretty stupid." And I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty stupid."
One of the funniest things about that, which is not kind of funny, but it is kind of funny, is the fact like that Bowser's Castle ride. Apparently, if your waist is over 44 inches, you can't fit in it. And apparently the majority of like America's waist is like 43, 44, apparently like the average apparently. So like a lot of people won't be able to ride that ride. Now,
that's a
apparently
really
that was
big problem at Universal. A lot of their rides have really slender expectations for America.
Slender expectations. I love that. That was put very well.
It's great to wish for that.
I'm gonna make a T-shirt that says "slender expectation."
But it's also like that ride doesn't need to be moving up and down and stuff. How do you not like account for this? It's on a track. It runs around inside a building. It's a 3D motion ride, which they do everywhere. Transformers is like that. The Spider-Man ride in Florida is like that, which I freaking love. The Spider-Man one.
Look at the
it's
size
my favorite.
Of plane seats. It's all ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't understand why they wouldn't account for that.
I mean, I don't even care if you're a small person, like a plane seat is still small. If you're a small person, like a roller coaster seat is too small. They push that thing so far that your uterus is coming out. Like, it's like just Like, let's make it safe and normal for people to fit. But I'm sorry, it's like that's what it feels like. That's what they push down on. It hurts.
Yeah.
But like, whatever. Like, no, it's not comfortable for anyone. So, like, can you at least make it work for people? Like, it's just, I don't know. It just doesn't. It doesn't seem fair, or I mean, I don't know. It seems so stupid. Like, you're gonna get on a plane and go for 13 hours. Like, maybe you'd like to like move your elbow or like lean back in your seat and not.
It's all about the dollars, Sabrina.
In front of you. Like,
they don't
it's
care
absurd.
about comfortability. Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
about money.
It's worse than a Greyhound anymore. It's worse than a bus.
For the amount of money you're fucking spending, though, to build this brand new Super Mario World, like, you could have just like done a little bit better. Like, it, you know what I mean? It's a brand new thing that you just created. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you have to amend anything or fix or like, make things differently. You just created this right now. Like, do it with the mind of people.
Probably happened is they were trying to be cheap. And they just took the ride vehicle that they built for the Universal Japan and just brought it over here.
That's what I think. I bet you're right.
Smaller.
Very, very much smaller. You're right.
So they just took the same. They're having the same problem with the Tron ride at Walt Disney World, is that certain people aren't able to ride it because of size restrictions.
Really?
They just took the one that they built in Shanghai and brought it over.
Yeah, it's not good planning. It's not great.
I mean,
it's going to cause a lot of people to be upset, especially people that are pass holders too. So
aren't there like physicists involved in like the dynamics of a roller coaster situation? Like, wouldn't you think
apparently not
of that issue?
You would think.
And if it just happened in Disney, like, wouldn't Universal be like, oh, hey, let's learn a lesson? No, definitely not.
It's a big
Universal
issue.
has been like that for a long time.
But, the Grinch, I want to go back to the Grinch for a second. The Grinch, they might be doing this kind of stuff because they have to hold on to the rights, So maybe they're like, we got to release a new book for rights. And then, that happened with the Illumination. Yeah, that one, they just needed to do rights, do a new movie. Another thing that's happening with that is the Dick Tracy. Dick Tracy is also doing this as well. Now, I want to talk about Warren Beatty and Dick Tracy, which were like, I haven't talked about this ever, I don't think. But this movie, Dick Tracy, honestly,
it's so relevant.
It's so relevant.
Talk about it?
Well, I know. Well, I saw this and I laughed. Well, Dick Tracy actually did a zoom in for an interview. Yeah, not Warren Beatty, Dick Tracy. So he Warren Beatty puts on the suit and the fedora and he pretends like he's Dick Tracy and he's like arguing about how they're not like portraying him right and who plays him best on TV, like he's an actual person. And I'm like, all right, man, you're not. But he has an interview with Leonard Maltin and Ben Mankiewicz. And apparently he has to do this. So this is a whole thing. So Warren Beatty actually bought the rights to Dick Tracy. And, the original movie did amazing, actually. And people thought it was horrible to this day. Like, I didn't think that movie did so well. But apparently it did awesome. Made a lot of money. 7 Academy Awards.
I thought it was a flop.
I know. 7 Academy Awards, Rachel. 7. Al Pacino, Madonna were in it. I mean, that's why he purchased it in 1985. He purchased it right away because it did so well. But the problem was they didn't do a sequel. Everyone thought it was because it was a bomb. Now, no, it was because of the battle for the rights. So Warren Beatty bought it in 1985, but the previous owners, Tribune Media Services, fought him. They went back and forth in court of law. And Warren Beatty bankrupted the place by fighting them. And then it took like years. So in 2009, he finally bankrupted them and he got the rights to Dick Tracy. So now he has to just show up on TV every now and then so he can keep the rights for Dick Tracy. That was part of the lawsuit. So he did this interview like a couple days ago, it was like 12 days ago or a couple days ago or something, just because he had to do that to keep the rights to Dick Tracy. Now, why hasn't he made another movie? I don't know. I mean, if he loves it so much, why not do it? He actually showed up in this interview as Warren Beatty and Dick Tracy, which I was like, you're going to talk to yourself in this interview? And then they sit down and they argue about like, how to make a better movie. Let's do a sequel. I mean, is it going to happen?
So
Probably not. I know. It was the weirdest
40
thing.
Years.
Yeah.
I know. And Al Pacino in there was hilarious, by the way. He looked so ridiculous. And I really thought this movie was horrible. I thought, I'm like, this movie must have been so bad. It's like the bane of his existence in his career. But no, he's been trying to make it. He's been wanting to do a sequel forever. I mean, the fool directed this movie. He directed it and starred in it, and he wanted to do another one. But because of this lawsuit, he couldn't do it because he kept battling for the rights.
That's insane.
It's
I
wild.
want them to make a movie about that. I would rather watch a movie about that than
I would be here for
another
that.
movie.
It makes, but I'm like, who would ever thought Dick Tracy? Like, seriously? It's like 1950s radio show that he just kind of like made this campy, cartoony live action movie. I mean, to me, it's wild that there was this big battle. Sabrina, what do you think about this? Do you think that he should have just made a movie by now? Are you surprised that this actually went down? And do you think that maybe he should get some help for wearing this yellow suit and pretending he's Dick Tracy?
I mean, I don't know if I'm going to go so far as get some help. I guess he's protecting his investment. However, the man read the wrong name off of an envelope at the Oscars a few years ago. So I don't think he's equipped to make any fucking movie right now. He should probably be gardening or cobbling with Daniel Day-Lewis. Yes, I'm going to mention him again. He should probably just be not doing interviews between himself and Dick Tracy. And the fact that he owns that jacket and hat is fucking hilarious. So please do dust that off at Halloween and hand out, candy to children. I'm sure they would enjoy that. None of them would know who Dick Tracy is. It's true. Very true. No one would know who he is, but they'd be like, weird old dude in a yellow fucking trench coat. Like, I will say about the movie when it came out, I obviously was very, very young. But it was very fun to watch as a young person, especially like because of the bright colors. And it looked like a comic strip, like physically. And so that was appealing to a younger crowd. As an adult watching, it's a completely different experience. But it was very eye-grabbing, and it was very stylistic and very different from anything that had been on film at that time. So I will give him that. This, I don't know. He probably should just rein it in and like I said, do some gardening or something to that effect. Like, this is not for you. I think you're done.
He's old. Let him have it. He could just be a crazy old man talking to himself on TMC. Who's watching TMC anymore? Anyway.
I'm TMC too.
He should just TikTok. Every once in a while. Like, I just did a Dick Tracy, and then like,
he might do.
Like, I don't know.
Pop up a cameo. Really well. Like,
have Al Pacino pop in there.
That was like totally Al from the liquor store, by the way.
Well, it's my Al Pacino. I don't know. Yeah, but maybe he can just do something like that. He has the suit, he has the wardrobe. Maybe he just pops in, does a Dick Tracy TikTok, and no one will watch it. I don't know.
I kind of love that he has that suit still, though. I don't know why. For some reason, I really enjoy that.
Looking fly.
He's still married to Annette Bening.
Yeah. Rachel, what do you think about this?
She should probably rein him in.
Rachel, do you think that he should let Dick Tracy go? Or do you think he should just keep going with this until the day he dies?
I don't think it matters either way. I don't think anyone cares but him. So let him have fun, I guess.
He's apparently having a blast.
Man. You just do you.
I can respect that. Don't take it away from him. All right. You know what?
Warren Beatty.
I'm with Rachel now. I feel her. He's an old man. Let him have it. Let him fucking have it.
Let him have it.
He's got like another 10, 15, 20 years maybe at it.
Yeah, if that. I mean, you never know. You never know. I wish him the best with it. Hopefully he just keeps going.
I think I know what I'm going to be for Halloween next year. Just saying. Okay.
Everybody, get your Dick Tracy costumes right now. Let's do it.
Well, you're going to be Dick Tracy. I'll be Madonna. So let's get that together.
It's a cute Madonna, though.
Another person, though, that just keeps going and doing more and more adventures is Ryan Reynolds. So Ryan Reynolds is actually starting to make a production studio in Canada through his company Maximum Effort. Okay, the production will have they already have an advertising company with Deadpool, but apparently they're going to make one of the biggest sound stages in Canada. The studio is going to be the first. They're projected to be a $1.5 billion private equity fund that will focus on real estate, sports, media, and venture capital. So they're all going to be making this huge thing in Canada. It's going to start pretty soon. They're going to start developing this, and it's going to be a big hub in Canada. They're saying it's going to be the biggest one, and it's going to be crazy. They already have they already have a deal with a bunch of different people that makes productions. So the problem is, though, it's like, what else can Ryan Reynolds not do? I mean, he's got a soccer team. He's got liquor. He's got
a cell phone
this Boost Mobile. He's got a company that doesn't have a production studio in
Boost
Canada.
Mobile, fuck you.
I mean, he's got everything. I'm saying the man is like doing everything.
Mint.
He's like,
it's not Boost Mobile. It's Mint.
It's Mint Mobile. Sorry, he's got Mint Mobile. So he's got Mint Mobile. He's got Aviation Gin. He's got What's the
He's
soccer
got
team or the football
37
team?
children. Wrexham
He's got
with
he's got a million ones. He's got a
with,
production
Rob
company. He's got
McElhaney.
Deadpool.
McElhaney.
He's got the biggest studio in Canada now. Everybody's gonna go to him to shoot their films. So I don't know. I saw some like Ryan Reynolds just can't stop, won't stop. He wants to conquer the world.
Won't stop.
Yeah.
I
What do you
keep
think,
trying
Rachel?
to encourage Lexi to move back up to Canada for her film stuff because she wants to, work more in film, and she's a Canadian citizen. So
Yeah, there's a lot of work there.
Ryan Reynolds will hire you. Let's go.
Yeah, move.
There's a big production studio going to be there.
Ryan
Heck,
Reynolds' 1.2 million acre studios, and I'm sure you can get there on the ground floor.
yeah. Rachel, what do you think? Do you think he's he's doing too much, or you think that's fine that he's doing this now?
Again, let the guy do what he's gonna do. He's got millions upon millions of dollars. He's a Canadian icon. Maybe he'll run for prime minister next. Who knows?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. The man just he's having fun. He's just doing everything. I don't know how he has time to shoot movies anymore, but he does.
Right?
It probably a little bit less.
A lot out for the companies. I bet he probably does not have a very large hand in many of these companies.
Yeah, probably not. But I feel like it's a lot. I'm like, man, what else are you gonna do tomorrow? I'm like, there's something else every day. I don't know. And he has a million movies coming out all the time. So hey, good on him. Sabrina, you love Ryan Reynolds. What do you think about this? Is this a good thing for him?
He's my favorite. I want Ryan Reynolds to do anything and everything that he wants to do because everything he does well, and he does with that adorable little face. Oh, that's such a good picture. Hi, babe. Loving you.
Hey.
Sorry, he's super hot. I don't know what to tell you. He is literally my hall pass. There is no Ryan Reynolds is the guy for me. If there's no one else that's more attractive, and it's not just because he's attractive as a person, because he is. He also just seems like the nicest, most funny, fun-loving, quirky, dude around. Stop shaking your head, Brian.
I shouldn't have said this one. Shouldn't have brought this one
I
forward.
love him. He is amazing. And you know what? I bet you he does have a huge hand in everything because he seems like that kind of person. And he can be successful at all these things and have a very successful marriage with a lot of children and still be
He's very busy.
An amazing actor. I give him all the props in the world and I say go for it. And please cast me and Brian in your movies. Thank you.
Yeah. And that's it, Ryan. That's it. Just acting. That's it.
He's very happy with Blake Lively. Good for you, girl. I'm just saying, everyone gets a hall pass. That would be my hall pass.
Yeah, she loves her some Ryan Reynolds. But
I do.
I heard this.
I'm very candid about it. Very obvious.
It's good for Canada, though, too. It's actually.
We went to a Halloween party that Aviation Gin sponsored because the person, the host of the party, worked with Ryan Reynolds and he just gave him all of this
cases and cases.
Is it good gin?
It's good gin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I used to be
It's actually really good gin.
It is. It's really good. I used to oh my God, why can't I think of it? Round bottle. Very good.
No.
Not
Tanqueray.
900-year-olds, girl. I mean, my grandmother drank Tanqueray. It starts with an H. Oh my God, why can't I think of it?
Hendrix.
Yes, thank you.
Hendrix, yeah.
I used to love Hendrix, and then I tried Aviation Gin. Guess why? Because I love Ryan Reynolds. And I was like, oh my God, this is actually really fucking delicious. And now it's my favorite gin. But not because of Ryan. I tried it because
Enough of Ryan. Enough of Ryan. We can talk about Ryan later. Enough of him. We're done with Ryan Reynolds.
Cool dude. He gave the guy all the free gin to have the party. He's a cool fucking dude. I'm just saying. Go Ryan.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's a good thing. It's a legit thing to do. Yeah, it's a legit thing to do. I even
watched that stupid movie Shotgun Wedding because I thought he might pop up in it because he produced it. But I was very disappointing and he was not in it. Just FYI.
I just can't wait for Deadpool. Deadpool is going to be the jam. Deadpool 3, yes.
I think it'll be interesting to see a Disney-produced Deadpool.
Yeah, I think so too. It's going to be rated R.
Yeah.
Rated R will be great, And then the fact is, I've been hearing rumors too. They're talking about bringing in other X-Men, bringing in Sabretooth into that. And Professor X, of course, said, Patrick Stewart was like, we're working on something, which means, maybe he's going to try to make his appearance in there. That was horrible. I know, that was horrible. So
your impressions are so not on point tonight.
Can Ryan Reynolds do a bad Patrick Stewart? I think not. Come on.
No.
Give Brian some credit here. He's trying.
Trying.
Brian is one of the most talented people that I've ever met in my life. Okay, I'm not slighting you any by saying that Ryan Reynolds is amazing. That's all. I'm not. It has nothing to do with you or my feelings for you or how amazing you are. You're amazing. Ryan Reynolds is also amazing.
Speaking of superheroes and supervillains, I want to talk about the Joker a little bit here.
Oh.
So Joker 2 is coming forward. And, we've been hearing about Harley Quinn, Lady Gaga, I call her Gaga, is going to be Harley Quinn. So the one thing that came forward now is they're saying that they're going to change her backstory a little bit. Now, Harley Quinn was always a doctor at Arkham that actually was, working with Joker, helping him deal with his demons, working through everything with him. Well, now they're saying that for this new movie, for Joker 2, which again is a musical, it's going to be a little different. It's going to be two crazy people falling in love. Yeah, she's not going to be a doctor. She's going to actually be someone in Arkham, and they're going to find each other and fall in love. And that's kind of the premise of it. Right now, that's what they're saying. So, it's a little different, but it kind of makes sense. Again, it's a musical, so it's already changing a lot of things. It's in the Elseworlds universe, so it's not going to connect to anything else. It comes out October 4th, 2024. But for me, this kind of makes sense. It's an easy change because, again, they're falling in love. They're both crazy. She becomes crazy in the comics. But like Rachel, is this a fact? Does this make you upset that they're changing her backstory this much, or do you think it works in this narrative?
I hate it that they are not putting respect on Dr. Harleen Quinzel. It's so crucial to her story that she's a doctor and she's a psychiatrist. You can be both a psychiatrist and fucking insane, and that's always been her backstory. And it feels disrespectful to take that away from the character. Yes. Every single Harley Quinn has always been a doctor. And I love it, and I love that character, and it just pisses me off. Everything about this movie besides that, I am thrilled about. I love Lady Gaga. I love that it's a musical because that sounds insane. And I think it's gonna be great besides that character change. I don't like that they're making Harley Quinn a weaker character.
Well, that's the thing. Like, what kind of crazy is she gonna be? And like, how is that going to play into it? That's the thing. Like, the fun part about Harley before was, you're right, it's like how he manipulates her and changes her, and then she falls in love with him, and then her twist and her change, and it shows the kind of like psychopath that the Joker is, how he can influence people. So I guess you are taking away from the Joker as well, and her, by doing this. To me, though, I'm like, I see what they're doing, but a lot of people I think might be very upset about this. I think they could be, because it is a big change, and nothing. You're right, Rachel, nothing's ever done this before, to change her backstory that much. I don't know. Sabrina, what do you think? Are you upset about this, or do you think it's fine?
I am more upset about this being a musical because it's the fucking Joker. So, no, I'm not upset about it because it's a one-off. It's like it's in the Elsewhere universe. It's not like there's going to be more of it. Like, even if they did do a Joker 3, I'd be fine with this one version of Harley Quinn, being a fucking patient at the start, because it's Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix. Like, Joaquin Phoenix is amazing, and I'm gonna see it because, like, he's amazing at everything he fucking does. She, I used to not care for her, but I've really grown to like her and respect her as an actor and a performer. And I think, in my mind right now, just hearing about this today, that her being a patient actually lends itself to the musical storyline. Like, I could see two crazy motherfuckers being like, let's burst into dance, and it being way more believable for me than a psychiatrist and a patient. Like, I just feel like, for me, because my problem with musicals is people don't walk down the hallway in high school and then burst into song about being pregnant. Like, thank you,
Sabrina loves
like,
that.
That's not normal. And
what high school did you go to?
Right?
Glee. I went to Glee high school, apparently. It's like I literally just can't understand people just bursting into, like, it does not make sense to me at all. So when I heard it was going to be a musical, I was ripping piss because I love Joaquin Phoenix, and the first movie was so, like, gut wrenching and fucking amazing. And, like, I literally, like, the first 20 minutes of the movie, I was like crying hysterically. I had to shut it off and watch it another day. Like, I called my brother and I was like, I don't know why you told me to watch this. I'm so sad. He was like, Jesus Christ, what's wrong with you? But, like, that is who I am as a person. I can't change that. So, like, when I heard it was going to be a musical, I was like, well, that is so fucking weird because the first one was so intense. So I think with them both being patience that lends to the weird musicality aspect of it, and we can put it in a world of insanity as opposed to in a world of reality, like a lot of musicals try to push on you. I could be 100% wrong, but in my mind, like that is how I'm coping with it, and I'm okay with it. And I think she is going to be a very different Harley Quinn than we've seen before. Which
Oh,
I'm kind of
100%.
excited for because I fucking love Harley Quinn. She's like, I've been Harley Quinn at least 5 times for Halloween. Like she's like just
True
an
story.
amazing character.
I've been Joker a bunch of times too.
Yeah, and different versions of Harley Quinn, different
But
versions of Joker.
Something
Like
about her character though is that she's always just like she's so smart, and I just feel like
I don't
by
think she's
taking
not.
that
I don't
she's a
think she's not
doctor
gonna be
away
smart.
from her, just kind of it feels like they're dumbing the character down.
That's
And
the
I
worry,
just
though.
would
They
hate
could.
to see them dumb the character down.
I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think it's not going to make her smart. I think it actually like there is, a weird belief among not weird. It's true. Like there's a fine line between brilliance and insanity.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like I don't think that is going to have as much of a bearing as you're putting on it right now, or at least I hope, because I agree with you entirely. Her brain is 100, and also just like Brian said, the fact that he was able to get in her mind like that and fucking twist her and make her what she became is also fucking brilliant on him. So that it's again the fine line between brilliance and insanity. And if they do it right, I think it could be very believable, successful, and go along with the theme of the musical situation for me. Like I think
I'll still give it a
it
chance.
has potential.
I'll still give it a chance, but if they make her dumb, I'm gonna be so mad.
She's not gonna be dumb.
Yeah.
She's not.
I hope not.
I would bet my pinky finger on it. She's not gonna be dumb.
If they make her dumb, a lot of people are gonna be mad. You know,
if she makes her dumb, there's no point of even like there's no version in any universe, in any multiverse, in any fucking anything that she could be dumb. It's not possible.
I think Gaga's gonna nail that accent though.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
I know that's
Yeah,
my
she
biggest
will.
problem with
100%.
Harley Quinn all the time. The accent is always come and go, and it makes me so upset. Like Kylie Cuoco on the HBO show.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
I love her. I love the
love
show,
that show.
but that fucking accent
It's so good.
is when
It's
it
so
wants
weird.
to be. It's when it wants to be. It's not
Yeah.
all the time. It's like the few like New Yorkie words, like she'll like throw it out there, but the rest of it is just Kylie Cuoco. And ironically, the picture of Lady Gaga that you showed before kind of looks like Kylie Cuoco with darker hair.
Oh, yeah. A
Which I
little
thought
bit.
was really weird. I love her. She's lovely, Kylie Cuoco. And I really love her take on Harley Quinn, like vocally, like that, right? A little bit of Harley Quinn there. I mean, a little bit of Kylie Cuoco.
Kylie. Yeah, she's very nice, by the way. I just worked with her not too long ago.
But the accent comes and goes, and also with not Lady Gaga. Geez, who played her before? Margot Robbie. The accent comes and goes.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I started the Suicide Squad, I'm like, why is there no New York accent now? And then she would be like, put in, and I'm
Mr.
like,
J.
Yeah, but it was more like a high pitched thing than it was an actual accent. You know what I'm saying? That was actually your most on point impression of the evening.
That's
Brian.
a no.
Yeah.
That's a no. That's a no, Brian.
This year for Halloween, Brian's Harley Quinn.
Yes,
And your Joker. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll be the Lady Gaga one. Lady Gaga one. You can be.
Yeah.
You can be the suit. I have the suit from the Walking Phoenix one, so you can wear that, and then I will be. I don't know about that. I don't know if I can rock that. We'll have to see what her costume actually looks like, because she might
put on the booty shorts.
She might not even look like Harley Quinn in this. You know what I mean? Since it's taking place in Arkham, like who knows if they bust out, how much will actually be outside of that world? Will we see her actually rock any kind of Harley Quinn outfit? I don't know. Only time will tell. She might not.
Sabrina, you're on mute.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if we'll actually see that. Yeah, I don't know.
They have to get out. They have to get out. Or at least they'll get out in their minds, and we'll see them out in their minds. Like there has to be, it can't just be an Arkham.
Hopefully. We'll see. So hopefully she's not dumb, and hopefully it's a good movie. I'm interested to see because it's a musical. Only time will tell.
I love
something else that's
I'm
like
so here for it.
Oh, the two of you. The two of you.
I'm down for it. I'm interested. I'm excited. Places Lady Gaga, and she can, if they have somebody in there being Harley Quinn and singing, that's the person to do it. So
Absolutely.
we'll see.
True.
Something else that was really kind of weird and hilarious and odd that I saw, and maybe I'm alone on this, but I saw this: smoking causes coughing. So
Oh, God.
I don't know if anyone has seen this out there, but I saw this trailer today, and I was like, "What the hell am I watching?" It's like, and they pitch it as like what if Power Rangers were cigarettes? That's how they pitch it. And I'm like, what? And it's a French film that's coming to the United States. It's being released on March 31st. And it's about a group of heroes known as the the tobacco force. Okay, the tobacco force is coming in. There's
French.
5 members. This is something I will watch. Okay, after an embarrassing defeat against a giant turtle, the task force is sent to a remote location to regroup, and they come together stronger and more resilient to fight the evil emperor who decides he wants to destroy the planet. Can the tobacco force beat the evil and help humanity? Yeah, I watched this trailer though. They had this like weird little rat creature who was trying to like hit on the girl and make out with her, and then he's like, "Your boobs got big," and
Splinter.
and then she's like, and then it was weird. Even like the special effects are a lot, and then they're smoking cigarettes at the end, and everyone's like, "That'll make you cough." I hate that. I don't know. It's dubbed over,
that
of course.
upset me.
It's French.
Okay, it's French, and I thought it was kind of
Sure
interesting.
agrees with you.
Oh, Sierra said, "Talk about stupid." Oh, that's right. It's French.
See, this is why French people hate us.
I love it.
Okay, we went to France. We
I
went
do
to France,
too.
and everyone was like, "Ugh."
I love the
Americans."
absurdity of French film. I think it's great.
It's super absurd, and it looks like they're like, I don't know. The creatures are really odd looking, like turtle rat creatures, and they rip its head off, and they make one explode, and like pieces of like tarish kind of flesh go everywhere on everybody. To me,
It's
everybody's
clearly
watched
a
the trailer.
parody film. So
Oh,
like
right?
you have to take it for what it is. It's
Rachel,
French,
you
it's
like this,
parody.
right?
I'm here for it. I think it's ridiculous. I'll watch it.
What was one of your favorite moments from the trailer? Do you have anything that like really stood out?
I think the moment that will be seared in my brain is probably the rat puppet making out with the girl.
Yeah.
That's just weird as
Oh, so gross.
It looked like Rizzo making out with somebody. Rizzo the rat from the Muppets.
Don't put that on
Ugh.
Rizzo. Rizzo's a much cuter puppet.
That's what I thought though when I watched it. I was like, oh my god. Except yeah, it was like Rizzo mixed with like Elf or something. I don't know.
It's weird. It's just gonna be what it is. It's a parody film. It's ridiculous. It's French.
Yeah.
You
And then
can't
the-
expect cinema from this. This is just
The
gonna be
tiny
what it
robot is like rinsing off the heroes, but it's like coming out of its crotch, and they're like, hopefully that's only water coming out of there.
It's
I'm like, oh
ridiculous.
boy. Sabrina, you hated this, right? Let me ask you. You hated this, didn't you?
110 fucking percent.
You're not gonna watch this?
No. It totally looked like Power Rangers, a bastardized Splinter from fucking Ninja Turtles, and then like a bunch of weird villain bugs. Like, it was like I'm trying to figure out which movie it was that there was like a cockroach just like sitting on a couch smoking a joint. Like it looked like that cockroach
Movie.
that they blew its face off of. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
It's something's Joe's apartment.
Oh yeah, Joe's
Apartment.
apartment.
Has the singing.
Yeah, Joe's
smoking
apartment.
cockroaches.
You are so good. Listen,
100% what it
when
is.
when you come to LA, I'm paying for our sushi dinner. By the way, just for that, sushi's
That's
on me,
it.
girl. Sushi is
Got
on
it.
me, and we're not fucking around. We're going to Nobu. Okay, so yes, I love that you knew that, but that's what I pictured, like with the guy when they ripped the guy's face off, and then they're like, yeah, and then like posing like Power Rangery, you know. And I actually the only time I kind of laughed was at the end when they were all smoking, and the little robot was like, yeah, no, nobody likes smoking, it makes you cough, and I just quit smoking. So actually, I really was like, I'd love a drag of that, like please, can I?
Yeah, they do that. Then it just ends. It's such like a womp
100%
womp moment at the end.
Not
Womp womp.
gonna watch that. It looks like abysmally terrible. Like it hurts my soul to watch it. I watched the first like 30 seconds and I was like, do I have to finish? Like I don't. It was
Yeah, you do.
just too much for me.
March 31st, everybody. You have your opportunity to see it. So
I
go
would
on
rather
YouTube.
watch an entire episode of Glee than watch that. Just FYI.
Not a Glee fan.
not a musical fan, but especially Glee.
Oh.
Like a
See, I
musical,
love
like,
musicals, and that's why I don't like Glee.
No, see, well, I didn't know that was like a separation. Like I like a
Their
musical,
Rocky Horror
like,
episode
on
like
stage.
hurt my soul.
I could watch
Oh.
stage musicals, like because it's supposed to be a musical, and that's what it's on stage. But like, I don't like watching like on film like unrealistic nonsense. Like for some reason, I don't know why, I'm obsessed with Hamilton. Like I hate
I saw
history and I
Hamilton
hate
when I went to New
musicals.
York. It was
She loves
I
that.
fucking love Hamilton. I don't know. I love it. I play the soundtrack all the time. I'm like psychotic about it.
And I
I
hated
love
it at
Les
first.
Mis.
Then I got to like it.
Yeah, and we both hated it
What's
at
wrong
first.
with
You were
you?
sleeping, and I was like, oh,
I know. I hate it.
I was
First time
like,
I saw it, I did not like
like
it.
rapping history, I can't handle it. And then I was like, when
I
they
was
were like
like-
in intermission, I was like, there's more. And
Yeah,
then the next day, we
I was
listened
sleeping.
to a podcast about a lore podcast. Aaron Mankey, one of my jams, and he was talking about how Lin-Manuel Miranda sat in this house of Aaron Burr's last wife, this woman Jamila. It's a very scandalous story. You should Google it. But I was like, now I have to know how it fucking ends. So I put it on and we watched the rest of it, and then it slowly like we started playing the King song. Brian, what's the song? What comes next?
Da,
No,
da,
that's the
da,
second
da,
version of it. Yeah, that.
Da, da, da,
So when I would be
da,
mad
da.
and cranky, he would play it on Alexa in the whole fucking house, and then I would just
Yeah.
start laughing hysterically, and I'd be like, I can't with you right now. So we started with that, and then it would just start playing other Hamilton songs, and slowly, I was obsessed with the entire soundtrack, and like literally would be like belting at the top. And I'm not a singer. I would be belting at the top of my lungs, driving, and I'm like, yeah, like it was in like it somehow took over my soul, and I became obsessed with it.
I went
so
to
good.
New York in November. Saw Hamilton. I was in like the third row. It was so good.
I saw it at Pantages and I was in the third row. I cannot imagine seeing it on Broadway in the third row. I lost
So
my
good.
shit. Like, that's fucking amazing.
Speaking of
Let's-
musicals, I just kind of jumped the gun
here
for
we
a
go.
second.
Whoopsie.
We got to get moving on because now it's time
I
for
know,
our
sorry.
featured story of the night. I may have started hitting that graphic a little bit early, everybody, so I'm sorry about that. I got excited. So we're going to talk about musicals, of course, again. And the
Shush,
musical,
Hamilton. Oh,
I know.
pass.
As we're talking about that, I want to talk about Rogers the musical. You're like, what's that? Well, the Captain America musical is happening. So the MCU is going to bring its first musical to stage. Now, this was in the Hawkeye series. If you watch the Hawkeye series, they made fun of this. They had the musical about Captain America and beating Thanos, or it was not beating Thanos. It was about beating Loki from the first one. So they had a musical about this. Now, Marvel's developing it for a stage performance at Disney California Park at the Disneyland Resort at Avengers Campus. That's where it's going to be playing. So it's starting. Sabrina's saying no. It's starting
I'm so
this
here for it.
It's starting this summer, everybody. There's this summer. It's going to be happening at the Hyperion stage. Yeah, and GR says, God, give me a break. Yep, it's happening at the stage. It's going to be going down. They had the teaser come on. It showed Captain Carter. I'm going to call her Captain Carter now. Yeah, I'm going to call her Captain Carter. Captain Carter walking up to the theater, and you see behind her back, you got the red hat, and she holds up the little playbill, and it says, like, Rogers on it, and then she walks into the theater. So,
I am ridiculously excited for this.
I know.
Oh my God,
I would go see it. I would totally go see it, right,
America
Rachel?
Is my no offense, Captain America is my favorite Avenger.
No.
I love Captain America so much, and I love musicals.
one loves Captain America.
Yeah, they do. I love Captain America too. Red, white, and blue. Let's do this.
He's such a tool.
Well,
that's
Captain
America's
America.
ass. You put respect on America.
That's why he's a tool. He wears a flag. Like, just stop it. Get your own fucking.
That was a great
persona,
moment.
buddy.
That was a great moment in that movie, Sabrina. Come on. He's like America's ass. Come on. And Anthony Mackie just like posted a picture about him, and he's like, and he was saying, that's America's ass. He just said that. That was like, I'm like, come on, man. You can't steal his thunder. That was America's ass. You know, I mean, yeah, you're Captain America now, but you don't have America's ass, you know?
It's going to be so campy. It's going to be so good.
You're right.
It's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, it's going to be funny.
Good. Of course, because you want to watch the Tobacco Force or whatever the fuck those idiots were called.
Tobacco
That's
Force.
exactly what this is going to be. Like,
No, this won't be a parody. It'll just be campy as hell.
It is a parody, though. Isn't it the same musical that they had in Hawkeye? Right? They
the same one.
Hawkeye with this?
Yeah, it's the same one.
It got such a strong response when they showed that in Hawkeye.
And by strong response, you mean strongly horrible response. I literally almost turned it off.
People wanted it. People wanted it. People were like, damn, I wish that was real. I would watch that if it was real. And it fits the theming so well because it's right next to
it's fun
Avengers
to say
Campus.
I would watch that if it was real when you're watching a shithole show. But like, if it's really real, no one's going to do no.
I can't
get on a green hoodie. Just stop. Like, I literally want to kill myself.
Yep.
During
Yep.
I
Brian,
was
if
like,
that's
what is-
open when we're out there, you and me, California
We're gonna go.
Adventure, We're gonna go see
I'm
it.
withdrawing Nobu if you go see that.
We're
one.
gonna go. We'll go
Okay,
see it.
Not happening.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just kidding. I'm not the devil. I
That's a
promise.
tough call.
I know.
That's so. That's
Oh,
yeah.
a tough call.
I mean, that was one of the best parts of Hawkeye. Actually, that was fun to see. Like they did this. Like what?
Oh my god,
I'm
it was
like-
the worst. It was offensive. It was offensive.
It was hilarious.
I literally was
It
like,
was hilarious.
"Please shut this off." Oh my god, no. it
And then
wasn't.
Hawkeye being like, he wasn't even in
Hawkeye
there.
was in
you know,
the
and they're-
audience, and he was like, "This is so fucking dumb," and I'm like, "That's right."
This isn't
Brian,
even
it's
accurate.
dumb.
What the hell? You know?
So dumb. I'm with Jeremy Renner.
They weren't there.
on his-
They weren't
on-
there.
I'm hanging out with him in the hospital, thinking it's stupid as fuck. Okay, you guys go see it. Have a good time.
He'll be there front row probably. They'll get him in there. They'll be like,
No,
I gotta go see this when it
no,
opens.
No,
It'd be
he's
great if
not
they had
gonna
like,
go
all
see
the
it.
Avengers show up for the first time and they actually have them in the audience, like introduce it or something. You know, that'd be kind of good.
Good luck with
I
that.
would lose my shit to meet Chris Evans. Done.
He's
See?
so unimpressive to me.
I don't.
So
They fought
unimpressive.
for him to be Captain America. They went back
What
to him
about
multiple
Ryan
times.
Reynolds? Do you
He-
want to meet Ryan Reynolds?
If I had to pick between Chris Evans and Ryan Reynolds, I'm picking Chris Evans.
Look at that
100% of
shit.
the time.
Oh,
Bam.
Brian's so happy right now. Brian is
Yeah,
so
I like
happy
this.
right
This is
now.
good. He's Captain America. He's Captain America. He's like the team leader. He's the main man. You know, he's the one that like keeps them together, keeps morale up, keeps them fighting. You know, when shit goes
Okay.
down, he's the person that gets them to stand back up and fight again. I love Captain America.
You're describing literally any superhero in any movie. It's not
No.
Captain America. It's like any superhero in any movie. Like in the
No, he-
Avengers movies, how many Captain Americas are there? Tony Stark does that at several points. Like
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
not like Cap. Not like
yeah,
Cap.
like Cap. Oh, friend of the show. Friend of the show.
Friend of the
we have
show,
Cap
Cap.
and Dave
We are on
Bautista coming in
first
hot.
name
Okay.
basis with Steve.
I'm sorry. I misspoke. Cap, Lo siento mucho, buddy. America's ass, right here. I see you.
America's ass.
I will,
One
I
day
will not
America's
see you at
ass
the
will be
fucking
on here.
musical premiere,
One day
though.
America's ass will be here, but hopefully Dave will be here first. That's all I can say.
Unbelievable.
No, I saw this though, and I was like, I believed it was going to happen eventually, and it makes sense. They started there. I bet if it does really well, they're going to tour this shit. I think they
Shut
will.
it down.
I
now.
think they
yeah,
will.
We're in
It's
high
not gonna be
in
a
high
full
school
production,
auditoriums.
Is the thing. It's a one act production, so it's not going to be something long enough for them to tour or for them to take to Broadway or
Yeah,
anything
they
like
can
that.
tour in
It's-
lunchrooms across high schools in the world. Like, I mean, that's where they're going to tour and maybe elementary school music stages.
Tap
like,
out
come
High School
on.
Musical. Put in
now.
Rogers.
Yeah,
I'm just
exactly.
bummed that I missed the auditions for this shit.
They'll have a
That's what I'm
TikTok
bummed
challenge.
about.
Who could do it the best? Like, I mean, please, I can't.
You know, because in the Hawkeye they had Ant-Man in it, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. I could have auditioned for that shit. I could have been Ant-Man in this. Come on,
Do
Your
you
agent
want to
dropped the
be
ball.
Ant-Man in this, bro?
I would be Ant-Man in this shit all day. That
Okay,
suit fits me pretty well. That's all I'm saying.
At
It fits me very well.
California Adventure? Like, is that what you're talking? Like, you want to go be like a Disney performer? Because you could go there tomorrow and be a Disney performer. I could go there and be like, "Can I be Cinderella?" And they'll be like, "Absolutely, Cinderella, you are." Like, that's not what you want to do. That's not what you want to do.
But I don't know. This looks interesting. I'm excited it's kind of happening.
Yeah.
I saw it. I laughed. I know GR was like, hell no. And a lot of people will be like
He
that. A lot
said,
of
"What
people.
high school kid would want?" I misspoke. I dialed it back to elementary school. GR. I'm sorry. I know.
It's something that I wasn't surprised about. They just announced it today. And I was like, all right, but Captain America, Sabrina, you got to give him a break. Like, Chris Evans does a great job. They fought for him to play that part. And at the end of the day, he was the right choice. Like, honestly, I can't imagine. Who else would play Captain America? Who do you think?
Ryan Reynolds.
Not Ryan Reynolds.
Obviously.
Not Ryan Reynolds.
Obviously,
He would not be a good
Ryan
Captain
Reynolds
America.
Could have played Captain America. He would have.
No,
been
he'd be
an
too jokey.
amazing Captain America.
Captain America is at the end of the day, he's
That's why
like
he's not
the Rock.
cool, because he's too much of a dick.
Well, he's not really a dick.
He's like, "Stop having fun, guys." He's like your teacher that yells at you for doing stuff that's
Yeah,
cool.
but like,
it's like,
he
bro,
has
rein it in.
character progression. He starts as a narc and ends as like a really cool dude who's anti-government because the government's fucking up.
He starts as like a 12-year-old child who weighs 4 pounds. Like, let's be real.
Well,
and then he like moseys into
But he has the
narcissism.
heart.
He has the heart.
Does he? Does he? Because he
And
gave
Chris
it all
Evans.
up and was like, "Just throw my shield into the wilderness and see who picks it up." Like, I mean, why? I don't know. I'm not into
I
him.
did
don't
not
know.
care for how they handled his ending.
Neither did I.
I didn't like that either.
That wasn't my
I mean-
favorite.
No,
I
it
mean,
wasn't. And
he got his happy
But he
ending
got
with.
to be with Peggy, and I
to
love
be with Peggy.
Peggy. But I hope Peggy still got to be a badass. And I think her show got canceled too soon, and we need a season 3 of Agent Carter.
I like
The only
that show a
thing you
lot.
Peggy, let's be clear, okay? Like Peggy is for Peggy
Peggy's
Bundy
not a bad
only.
name.
Yeah,
I know a
it's
really
not a
nice
bad name for
Peggy. She
Peggy
works in the
Bundy
SAG
who
board.
wears spandex and eats bonbons. Like that's not like a superhero's name, Peggy. It's
Dude,
not.
it was the
I think you're
40s. What do you want?
Well,
Overgeneralizing
then it
this.
should be Guinevere or Ruth, okay? Like, let's be real. Beatrice would have been better. I mean, Peggy.
I'll tell you this though, Chris Evans will be back as Captain America. Mark my words, he will be
I
back.
hope he is because I don't like. I
Secret
mean, I
Wars.
like Anthony. I like Anthony Mackie. I'm not trying to say I don't like Anthony Mackie. And I think that show was, although not my favorite of the TV show situation that they're doing, I think that it dealt with everything well, and like it was well understood. There weren't a lot of questions, which oftentimes there are, and I agreed with what they did, like storyline wise. Like you said, Rachel, I don't agree with what they did storyline wise with Captain America, and I was just like,
I
what?
wasn't
Seriously?
a fan with Falcon taking over the mantle of Captain America until the Falcon Winter Soldier show.
Exactly.
Then it kind of like made
understand.
me more like fine with, because in the comics Bucky
Yeah.
takes it. So I was like, what
Right.
the hell? Why didn't Bucky take it? So
I also
that show
do
kind of
really like
made it
Bucky
feel
after.
better.
I didn't love Bucky before, but after the show, I had
Not
much
a
more
Sebastian
affinity
Stan
towards Bucky
fan?
as well. Oh, no,
He's
I
okay,
like
I
him.
mean,
I still think Mark
I
Hamill too. Come on.
his face is too short. Like it's like
He does have a little bit of a short face.
It's like a smush. It's like a vice grip smush. You know what I mean?
He
But
seems
I
like a
still
little
like
bit of a
him.
short guy all around.
yeah, he does seem tiny. But you know, he has a special arm and like can never die.
He
so
does
that's
seem
cool.
tiny, she says.
He does. He seems like a little fella. But I mean, you know, special arm and never dies. So I guess that's, you know, it's a
Good shit.
you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I don't know.
And he's gonna be back.
Um,
Thunderbolts, he'll be back. So we're gonna see
I
some
feel
more
like
Bucky.
I liked him a lot better though after that series as well. I'm sorry, Brian. I keep prolonging it. I know we're over. I apologize.
Oh no, it's all good. It's fun. You know, Sabrina, we'll get some tickets to Rogers the Musical, and we'll go see it. Right,
No,
we'll have a
no,
nice
we
little
won't.
date night. That'd be
Make
nice.
sure you
Hell
get
yeah.
tickets when Rachel's in town because I shan't be going. Okay.
We'll load up the car. We'll go. Come on, it'll be a lot of fun.
No. And by load up the car, you mean load up the car with Rachel because I'm not going.
I'm excited about it though.
I'll be
So let's
eating fish
happen
that night somewhere.
somewhere. Oh, low below. That's low. That's very low. But everybody, what do you think about this? Rogers the Musical is coming. A little theme here about musicals today, but it's coming. You're gonna enjoy it. I know you will. Sabrina might not, but a lot of people will. A lot of people will be excited about this.
You know who's not? GR. GR's not going to enjoy it.
Yeah. Even
I
those
agree
kids.
with Because I said elementary school, he's like, they won't like it either. That's right, GR. I'm with you.
Well, anyways, everybody.
It's for the millennials. The millennials will love it.
Yeah. A lot of people. Millennials definitely will. It'll be fun.
Thank
Come
you,
on, give it a
Jerry.
break. Sabrina, you don't like musicals all the time, but then they surprise you once in a while. So go with an open
Hamilton
mind.
surprised me, and
Go with
Les
an
Mis
open mind.
surprised me. That's roughly it.
You never know. You might love it. You might love it.
No, not gonna love it. I'm
Anyways,
not gonna see
everybody.
it. Like, just stop. It's not happening. The Joker is as musical as I will be getting this season. Okay.
We'll just go see the Joker somewhere nearby, and then afterwards just hop over to the theater
No,
and see
oh my God,
you
it's
know,
never
while
gonna
we're
be
in
a
the
double
area.
musical situation. You must be insane. It's singular
Gotcha.
musical only. You could maybe roll me by a Hamilton performance. That's the only way you're gonna get two musicals in one night out of me. Promise.
We're going to Hamilton that night. Anyways, everybody, thank you for being here, Rachel. Appreciate you
Lias,
joining
I
us here
say.
again. Love having you here. Thank you so much. Love having your
being
energy here on the show.
That's
It's great.
Rachel. Thank you so much. You're amazing.
Anytime.
Sabrina, thank you so much as always. Appreciate you
Yeah,
being
of
here.
course. Yeah.
Everybody out there, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your wife, tell your kids, tell your children, tell everybody you know, your neighbors, your best friend, your evil arch enemy. Tell them all. Subscribe to Kruse Control. We love you so much for watching. Now we're like 132 subscribers now. It's amazing. This is episode 31 tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you again soon. Please join our Patreon if you can. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time on Kruse Control, which will be tomorrow. Take care. See ya, everybody. See ya.